Now here's Payton, trailing by 17.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
On the wing, Korver. Back to Payton. Let's go. Robinson misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Here's Payton. Gary Harris making his last shot. Jokic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Harris with the ball. It's deflected. Randle with the ball. 16 points for him. And here's Korver. Payton outside. Harkless on the wing. 5 on the clock. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Hardaway. Barton wide open. He fires. No good on the triple.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Now here is Hardaway. He's got 25. Harris looking it over. And again, Denver no good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Korver against Harris. Korver kicks to Payton. Outside Robinson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Robinson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention 2 guys who I think could be considered combo guards, guards who can play 1 or 2, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But 2 of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, 2 names to keep an eye on.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Barton. And Morris subbed in for Hardaway. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Damian Dotson comes in for Harkless. It's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Trier in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Dotson. The Nuggets getting the bucket. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Portis, he's checked in for New York. The pass to Barrett. Outside Portis. 6 to shoot. From the arc. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now, here is Morris. Murray outside. Portis brings the double team. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 16 points for Gary Harris.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Plumlee against Gibson. Here's Barrett. That misses off the backboard.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Yes, that goes in. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And no good on the shot, trying to follow through after the contact, but he'll shoot two at the line instead.
Well, Damian Dotson in his second season, this guy was able to get on the floor at a consistent rate and show that he could be a solid contributor.
And for Dotson, as you said, Doris, he got his chance as the Knicks started to play the young guys last season.
And he has the potential, Kevin, Damian Dotson, to be a fantastic three-point shooter from what he's shown to this point. You combine that with his high motor and energy, and there's a lot to like if you're a fan of this team.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Nuggets leading by 19. Morris kicks to Plumlee. Now, here is Morris. T right on him. Back to Plumlee. Great D that time from Gibson.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Trier, that's good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game is the second of two straight at home. Grant against Portis. Deep two from Murray. That's a basket. His eighth from the field, 8 of 14.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with him.
Trier passes to Dotson. Portis in the post. He's covered by Grant. Count that one. 13 points for Bobby Portis.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past two games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere.
Murray, good.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Pass to Trier. It's tipped. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And he makes that one. Murray's got 20 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Trier. 12 points for him. Here's Portis. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Grant. And Gibson over to help. Morris right side. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Morris has got 7.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Dotson. 8 points for him. Passes it to Trier. Back to Portis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Trier. He's covered by Murray. A shot by Trier, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Harris, right side. Grant, right side. Great D that time from Gibson. New York's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Dotson the pass to Trier. Outside Gibson. Pass to Barrett. That one misses. And Denver the other way now.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Grant surveying the D. The dish to Murray. From the high post, he drills it. Murray's got 8 points in the quarter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Trier. He's got 12. And a miss there off the inbound. Morris into the lane. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. He's got 9.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Trier. He's covered by Murray. Great open look there. 16 points for Bobby Portis. Denver's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Now Murray. He's got 22. From the inbound, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Fantastic defense from Barrett there. It helps big time when he gives the hustle and stays home with his man.
And so it's Denver, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Plumlee. Jeremy Grant is out there with them. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Morris in at the point.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Murray against Payton. Here's Gibson. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Here's Morris, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Taj Gibson picks one up. But you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Torrey Craig comes in for Mason Plumlee. And it's Troy Daniels in for Jamal Murray. The Knicks also changing it up. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. Ellington comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Ntilikina in for Payton.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Replay is always a good topic to talk about. Any changes, Doris, you'd like to see in the system or in the process?
Well, one of the beautiful things you have in the league is the opportunity in both Summer League and then also in your development league is the opportunity to put things in place. For instance, a coach's challenge has been experimented with at both of those different levels. And now the coach's challenge will be adopted and employed in the NBA. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after New York gets the 3. While Conley, the pass to Morris. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
The pass to Portis. Left side, Gibson. Lock at 6. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Grant. And Grant sends it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Grant. Will Barton comes in for Torrey Craig. Hardaway is subbed in for Daniels. And then for New York, Maurice Harkless is checked in for Reggie Bullock. Korver comes in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Ntilikina. Now, here is Morris. He feeds it to Millsap. Takes it off the glass.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Here's Millsap. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Payton. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, just big-time athleticism. When Elfrid Payton is driving with a purpose, he is determined to score.
Morris outside. Now here's Barton, defended by Harkless. Back to Barton. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
The Nuggets making a switch here. H. Diop's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Randall's checked in for Taj Gibson. Barton, no good on the free throw.
Well, the Knicks knew that offense would be an area for improvement coming into the season.
Well, Greg, they were dead last in offense in several metrics last year, most notably field goal percentage. So some of it is personnel, some of it is shot selection.
Now, here's Portis. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. No good from Payton.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause. Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, a nice, efficient finish for Elfrid Payton. Boy, that'll help your percentage, gentlemen.
Barton against Payton. It's taken away by Payton. And they pick up 2. Payton's got 6 in the quarter.
Wow, you like that Elfrid Payton has the kind of concentration to finish through the contact.
Barton with it. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Now here's Payton. Harkless kicks to Korver. Puts one up from 19, and it's Payton. That time on the assist by Korver. Korver's got 4 assists now tonight. Now here's Barton, defended by Harkless. Barton dishes to Millsap.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years. No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
And he makes the first.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. On the wing, Korver, covered by Morris. And here is Harkless. Here's Payton. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
And the Knicks with possession here. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Bounce pass Robinson. Randall kicks to Payton. And they double up Payton. 5 to shoot. Robinson finds Randall. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And that's 18 points for Julius Randle.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And sometimes it just seems like Millsap can't miss. The size, the mobility, the quick thinking. This is how he can take over games.
Now here is Robinson. Now here's Harkless. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
Morris, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Barton outside. He dishes it to Hardaway. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. The feed to Robinson. And Robinson throws it down hard.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Hardaway. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Harkless. Denver grabs the miss.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Here's Payton after Penny Hardaway's bucket. Harkless on the wing for the three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Hardaway has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition. So I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
Now here's Barton. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Barton kicks to Hardaway. feet out. Barton outside. Over Randall. The offensive rebound. Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
First one falls for him. You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bates Diop's checked in, and it's Torrey Craig in for Barton. And Jokic drops them both. You and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
Here's the teardrop. Ntilikina can't hit. Nugget shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Down low, here's Bates Diop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansions?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. The first one falls.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
Now here's Payton. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Hardaway. Here's Craig, defended by Harkless. And that one's good. Daniels.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely 0 chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
And here are the Knicks now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Feeds it to Korver. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 5 assists tonight.
Kyle Korver sending a message. I'm not just a 3-point shooter. Give him an opportunity close, and he takes advantage.
3-pointer, Daniels. And Harkless pulls it down. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. He kicks it to Randall. Payton attacking over Hardaway. Payton's shot is off.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Daniels from outside. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Out to the right wing. And they double up Payton. Here's Harkless. Korver gets a wide open look. Connects from 3-point range. Korver's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is Korver's game, right? A phenomenal catch and shoot player. You know he's ready to fire on the catch.
Payton against Hardaway. Pass to Daniels. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Payton against Hardaway. Got a piece of it. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Here's Craig. Here is Daniels. To the middle. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Daniels. Hardaway has got 33.
He's so good at setting up his teammates. Tonight, though, Hardaway's been calling his own number, and boy, has he been prolific.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Korver. 1:49 left to play in the final quarter. Back to Payton. New York needs to get off a shot. Kyle Korver, and that's good. Korver's got 19 points.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
The Knicks making a switch here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Randall. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Payton. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nuggets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And it's the Knicks with the ball after Penny Hardaway just hit the three. Kicks it out to Gibson. Off target with his three.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Here is Daniels. Ellington defending. Hardaway passes to Vonleh. Knicks with the rebound. Hardaway with the steal. Pass to Craig. Here's Bates Diop, defended by Gibson. To the inside, and stolen by Ellington. And there's the pass to Ntilikina. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Now my diamonds blink, wrist and neck on freeze. Real with a bankroll, spin a bag that I make more. Pay the fly, I say so. Try me in this case. They say no cap, but it's all cap. I'm too real, these rain like me. I'm on the road to risk. I never fold a bit. I had to go and get it. I the concrete got risen. Free my dogs out. We finna count this chicken. We might just drown in dishes. I let the money control me. I got them all on me. My diamonds wear like a faucet. I bet that be cautious. I only talk to the bosses. When I get money, I'm flossing. I used to by the dungeon. I saw them be by the onion.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but
Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge and the Mississippi River here in Minneapolis. A gorgeous scene. Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at their home, Target Center. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. While we get a break, let's take a look at the October standings out west. You look at the Timberwolves, fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top three. And, of course, Sacramento, right now, quite a ways down below.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the year's gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
There's still some very strong teams above them, Greg. So, yes, they are contenders, but I wouldn't call them favorites just yet.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. In the new season, Chris, every team wants that fast start, but when you really think about it, how important is that in the grand scheme of things?
Well, it depends on where you are. Like, let's think about Houston last year. With the injuries, you don't want to get to a slow start where you're fighting for home court advantage. So it's very important. And usually veteran teams know that first 2-3 weeks of the season is when you can sneak teams. And if you're a younger team and you understand that, wait a minute, it's all about attention to detail, focus, and playing hard, you can get some pretty nice upsets early because when for young teams, once the scout report comes out and teams hone in on you, it might be a little bit more of a difficult season as the days go ahead. Yeah, watch out.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Parker out there with Bagley, and it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for Minnesota, Paul out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. It's Garnett, and it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Paul. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
For Minnesota, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. Got a piece of it. Paul with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And here we go. And it's Russell missing.
It usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Here's Hield. He had 15 points last outing. Outside, Fox lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go that time. And Minnesota now the other way to the paint. Here's Paul. A beautiful reverse layup.
Now don't let Paul size fool. He's as tough as they come.
Hield outside. There's the pass to Fox. Dishes to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. It's good from about 19 feet.
And Melo's jumper is pure. You feel like it's going in every time he gets a clean look at the rim.
Here's Okogie. And that one goes long. So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. Hield with the bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Paul surveying the floor. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. A floater. Here's Garnett. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
And Garnett, a vocal leader, always trying to psych his guys up and get into the head of the opponent.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
At the line for 2.
No good on that one.
Hey, Chris, there's a lot to like for this Kings franchise right now. Fans have got to be excited about their future.
Yeah, and credit my man Vlade in the front office for rebuilding. They got lots of great young talent, and they've kept their picks. The team should be a big factor in the West in the coming years.
And he's good on the second. Here's Fox. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Philadelphia.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Now, here's Bagley. Here's Anthony. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Inside, Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Pass to Carmelo. Left side, Bagley. From deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Garnett kicks to Paul. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out.
And the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That's his first foul. Outside Anthony. The good-looking shot from the wing. Anthony's got his second basket of the game.
And what a smooth release on that shot. Melo is money in the bank from there.
Bagley against Towns. Count the basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now, here's Fox. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Count that bucket.
With good fundamentals, Fox just continues to improve as a scorer. He's so fun to watch.
Paul finds Russell. Back to Paul. Fires the 3. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Paul.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
The Kings trail by 3. Outside, Fox. Healed outside. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
The Timberwolves have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. The Kings trail by 6. And here is Fox. Healed outside. Over Russell. Buried from 15 feet out. Hield's got 5.
I like how Hield runs the pick and roll. If he gets any separation off the screen, he's ready to fire.
Passes it to Towns. Here's Okogie. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by Anthony. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
He must have had a good warm-up because he's hot. He's 3 for 4 already, and we're only getting started.
The Kings shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Johnson, he's checked in for Kevin Garnett. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Paul. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Strength and determination. It takes a lot more than that to not call off his shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one misses.
He's going to finish his career way up there on the all-time steal list. That's one thing I know about CP3.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Timberwolves. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
Now here's Anthony. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Hield with it. Now guarded by Towns. Hield with the bucket.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. He's not slowing down. He's still calling for it. But we always knew Buddy Hield was a strong shooter. But he was arguably the best in the game last season. A huge jump in field goal percentage from him, from anywhere on the floor.
Here's Towns. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Let's see some of the numbers here on Buddy Hield. He had a strong showing last season. 6th in three-point field goal percentage, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going. Outside Anthony. Tucker trying to free himself up. Anthony's shot is off. And with Hield last year hitting over 45% of his threes on a significant volume.
Yeah, and he took over 7 threes a game. I mean, to hit them at that clip is incredible. He truly transformed himself into a go-to scorer last season with his dead-eye shooting.
And here is Fox following the 3 from Chris Paul. Anthony looking it over. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit. And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
First free throw is good. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
And Towns drops them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Fox passes to Holmes. Hield. Nice D from Russell. For the Kings, they come in off the loss to the 76ers. Out left to the wing. Goes back up. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Here's Russell after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. At the teardrop, and Russell with the lay-in. Russell's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
With a gentle touch inside. Russell really improving as a finisher.
Fox passes to Holmes. Pass to Anthony. Banked in off the glass. Anthony's got 13 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Russell. That one's all good. Now he's 3.